Hello, everybody. Hello. How y'all doing? Let me move my chair up. Oh boy. How you guys doing? Hope you guys are doing well. All right, I'm settled in here now. Hope you guys are doing well and having a great day. I'm having a great day. It's been busy, but still having an amazing day. And I'm excited. So, welcome. Hello, Milton. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, got a lot of birthday behavior going on. So welcome, come on in and take a seat and let's get relaxed for this birthday behavior. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm excited about tonight, about what we're going to be talking about tonight. So I just appreciate all of you for being here. And yeah, I'm just excited, y'all. I'm just excited. Hey, Donnie, good to see you. Good to see you. So glad to see you. I saw you over there singing and I was glad to see the snow. It's cool here, but we don't have any snow. So it was just good to see the snow. And thank you for sharing my birthday, for sharing my birthday with me and Milton. We had so much fun. Of course, y'all know I'm still in birthday behavior. Look, y'all still got my, yes, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Power, peace, love, and light. Unity in this season. That's what it's all about. Thank you so much, Milton. I appreciate you, Donnie, so much. And we've been seeing the amazing pictures that you've been posting with you and your family, the Christmas pictures. So it's just a great time of year to kind of see everybody. And I'm just excited about this season that we're going into. Milton is here. So glad you're here, Bae. Thank you so much for being with me. I appreciate you so much. And thank you to everyone over on Facebook who is joining me. Guys, on Facebook, I can't see your comments that well over on Facebook. For some reason, they're not popping up. But if you click the link, and follow me and come on over to YouTube, or just type me in on SYNOLVE on YouTube, then I can see you guys. So that will be amazing. So we're just going to go ahead and, get on into it, get started with what's going on. It's in a very auspicious time and very auspicious season that we're currently in, with the age of Aquarius, right? It's so many good things going on. Hello, divine self-healing. Beautiful. Thank you so much to see you. Yes, a blissful lap around the sun to you, sis. Thank you so much. Birthday behavior going on over here, honey. I'm still in birthday mode, and I have been just hibernating and, bringing the birthday energy in, the Aquarius energy in, just in birthday mode. I really wanted to go, I was talking to my husband today, I really wanted to go into a deep hibernation, because this is that time of year where I just, that energy, as we're shifting and changing during this time of year. But I knew I had to get out and share this with the family because, look, it's not real till we hear from Melanation, right? And we have nuances to talk about this energy and how it's going to impact us. And so I've been studying. I haven't really been doing anything other than studying and trying to keep myself aligned. And so those of you all who are members like Donnie, I appreciate you so much. You make this possible for me to be able to study and do these deep dives. It's going to take more than one video to get this done, and more than one of our times and moments together. But we're going to try to give you an overview today, and then we can go into some deeper things. If you see this amazing symbol by Donnie's name, it's kind of a sideways S. He's a member of the channel, and you can hit that member button, and you too can get behind the scenes videos. I've already talked to the partners in their behind the scenes videos that I sent out just a little while ago about how this energy is going to be affecting them and impacting them. So yes, it's going to be amazing. And so we're seeing just some amazing things come in and really happen in this season. And so I'm just, just really excited about, sharing some things with you today. It's really going to be an amazing, amazing night. And so, as always, you have the opportunity to donate. For my birthday, everyone has been donating to Cash App, SYNOLVE Craft Organization. I'm sorry, SYNOLVE Craft Organization. Look at that. Donating to Craft Organization for my birthday. And we had a great time the other night. And so you can do $ Craft Organization at Cash App, or you can do PayPal. And so we have those options. Of course, you can also do a super chat with us tonight. Now, I always give you the opportunity to do Cash App because Cash App does not take any fees away. PayPal and YouTube both take fees for whatever you do with them. So this offers a larger opportunity for us to have more of the funds to buy Christmas baskets for people who are in need, our regular and our monthly feeding programs that we do, clothing, food, but also to expand the work that we are doing here in America to expand that to Africa. So yeah, that opportunity is there. And so I just appreciate you guys so much. All right, we're going to be talking about this great conjunction that's happening. We're in the midst of an era change, right? We're moving from this Pisces and the earth sign into an air sign. And it's really amazing. And we have been shifting for quite some time, right? We've been shifting and taking part in this shift for quite some time. So it's not just a new shift, it's something that we have been doing for quite some time. Divine Healing, Self-Healing says, yes, I feel that same energy. I've already been off social since September, and I'm shifting to full hibernation mode now, LOL. And I needed this season, right? I say, yes, I say. And so for those of us who are in this shifting, right? While I'm saying that, please y'all share this, because those of us who are on a spiritual journey, we get this, we understand this, right? That we have to talk about these spiritual things because they are impacting us so above, so below. So what we're seeing in the heavenlies, we are seeing this here in the earth. If you're over on Facebook, look, I appreciate you so much. If you get the opportunity, if you're over on Facebook, please come on over to YouTube with me, because it's a little difficult for me to see your comments. I'm not sure why they're not syncing and aligning up, but it's difficult for me to see your comments. So please, Akruma says it happens every 20 years. Okomo fo. Akomfo. Look, please forgive me. OKOMFO. Please forgive me, because I should not be bad with names, with my name being Samal, but it happens. But please join me, OKOMFO. Please join me over on Facebook, and then you can come over and tell me how to pronounce your name over there too, so I can say it right, brother. I appreciate you being there so much. I really do. And so, yeah, this happens every 20 years. And so we're in this divine energy aligning, and so much is happening. All right. So, the other night, Donnie knows, Donnie can attest, and Milton is here. We had so much fun on my birthday. We had so much fun on my birthday. It was simply amazing. We had so much fun. We danced, and those of us who are aligning in this energy and who have ourselves centered and balanced, we were really able to party and have fun on December the 14th. And so this energy has been happening all year, because if you know anything about planets, right, aligning. And so let me say this. Let me say thank you. Thank you so much, right? Donnie says, yes, we did. We had so much fun. Look, so much fun. We sang and we danced. And those who are spiritually aligned, we could really, I had planned a whole nother thing. I really planned to come on and start talking about the shift that was occurring and happening, because it was happening December 14th. And in truth, it's been happening, right? Because it takes thousands of years for these planets to move into place, right? You know, it takes 365 days for the, you know, for the earth to make it around the sun. So we already know that. So in truth, these planets are already moving. Some of us are feeling that. I'm going to talk more about, because I've already talked to the partners about it, but we're going to talk tomorrow after the partners have watched their video about how to align your energy in this moment. All right, so let's just get on into it, right? So it takes, you know, thousands of years for these planets to align. And the last time we really had this happen in an auspicious way, right, was 20 years ago. But this whole idea of, you know, the planets aligning in the way that the planets are aligning now happened actually 2,000 years ago. And so what people are predicting and what they are prophesying about in this season, when it relates to astrology and numerology, they're predicting that there will be a global shift that we are already seeing happen. And we're going to be moving out of religions, out into spirituality, into oneness, into more communal, philanthropic kind of behaviors and attitudes and concepts. It's going to impact healthcare, political arenas, business arenas. Will be doing things so much differently than what we have done in previous seasons. And so it doesn't mean that we're not going to have chaos, because chaos will ensue, because the old guard is not going to want to let go of what the power, the control, the mental control, the marketing control, the power that they have had over us in previous seasons. And so you're going to see that, right? We're already seeing it on the, you know, in the political spectrum. We're already seeing that, for example, Trump not wanting to give up power. He wants to stay. We're already seeing this happen. You're seeing racism and negativity, issues like that coming to the forefront in this season, because the old guard does not want to die. It doesn't want to lose its power and its control over us. And so we're seeing these things happen, but stay tuned, right? Just stay in the energy of Aquarius, stay in the energy of this air, right? Of consciousness, the light of consciousness, because we're moving out of Pisces, which is earth and water, right? It's an earth sign. We're moving into Aquarius, and all this is happening in Sagittarius, very auspicious, right? And so there is a great planetary shift that's happening, and we're moving into a new age on December 7th, right? I told you I'd start with December. Now, this has been happening for thousands of years. There are beautiful things that happened in September, October, November. We've seen shifts happening all throughout the summer, all throughout 2020. It's been a year for the books, right? And so, but I want to not begin so far back. I want to go back to December 7th, because 7, as you already know, is a very important spiritual number. And so we begin to see on December 7th this alignment, right? And it's this fountain of wisdom, right? Is this a symbol for Aquarius? It's this cupbearer. And I have the cupbearer on my thumbnail if you go back and look. And so it's this cupbearer, and she's pouring out this wisdom, right? This wisdom from heaven. So it's water, but it's for enlightenment, for it's very reflective of enlightenment or wisdom, right? Consciousness. So we're moving into a higher consciousness. That's why you're hearing these things about spirituality. You're hearing these things. People are moving out of religion into this more sacred space of oneness and wanting to be one with the Most High, to align with the divine, seeing this divine nature within themselves, right? And so we're moving into this space and aligning with our own divine nature as heaven becomes a reflection of God's consciousness in the earth, right? And how does that happen? So above, so below. How does that happen? It happens in us, right? Because the Most High, the divine source, all of that, whatever you'd like to call it, the universe, your higher self, right? The divine is you. It is always operating as you. It is you, right? It is within you. And so this is how it is, right? We are the hands. We've heard over and over again, you are the hands and the feet of God, right? So now we know we are, right? God, we are divine. And so this then illuminates our own divine nature and consciousness. So that began to happen on December 7th. And so why is 7 so important? Well, it's the day when so in creation, in the creation story, we know that 7 is a number of perfection. It is, in 6 days, the story goes, especially in the Bible, that God created the heavens and the earth in 7 days. And then on the 7th day, right, the Most High rested. So that's the creation story of from the Bible. We're going to talk about other creation stories in Egypt a little bit later. All right, so now we begin to see this alignment, right? And so this illuminates our own divine nature and consciousness. And so then on my birthday, December the 14th, we had several auspicious occasions, including a meteor shower. How many of you got to see that meteor shower, right? So we had that. We also had a total eclipse, right? And so all these amazing symbols and signs in the sky and the heavens are pointing to what is going to happen in the earth and what is happening in us and in our lives. And so the number 14 itself is auspicious because it's my birthday, right? Birthday behavior, right? Come on, celebrate. But also because there is this new moon that occurred on December the 14th. Now, you moon babies out there, this may be a little different for some of you, but if you've been around me long enough, you already know that a new moon is a great time to manifest, right? Now, we align with this new moon energy. Now, even though it's the 14th and it's 3 days later, this new moon energy can last for months, right? You can harness the power of a new moon for days and weeks after, because that energy is still there, right? And so those of us who understand the new moon energy as beautiful energy, we understand it because this is how our ancestors sowed seeds and planted crops, right? They welcomed the abundant harvest because what did they do? They read the farmer's almanac, and their whole planting seasons in an agricultural environment was based on the moon. The moon affects the tides, whether there's going to be a high tide or low tide in the oceans. All of that is impacted by the moon. And so we understand that we're guided, right, by this internal wisdom from the ancestors who understood even in even in Africa, they understood, even in their ancient times, they understood the importance of the moon and to be guided by the light of the moon, right? And so the moon is just one of the Most High's elaborate and illustrious creations. And so it's by the moonlight that our ancestors fled the protection, in this protection of darkness, and were guided by the moon to escape the torturous conditions of the South. And they fled to find freedom and a pathway back home. So the moonlight, the stars guided by the North Star, are extremely important. And so today, many of us are doing the same thing in this era. And what I call this era, the Great African Awakening. We are arising and returning home to Africa. We are making those plans in our hearts to return. This season is also what I call, right, the age of the magi, because it is this eclipse is going to happen on December the 21st, which is the solstice. How many of you are with me? You understand? How many of you are still with me? You're like, okay, SYNOLVE, I got you. I'm still I'm still with you so far, right? Well, let me know. So this is a kind of a deep teaching. So I'm glad you guys are hanging in there, right? So this is all happening in this distinguished alignment with the Great Conjunction, and it's a rare jewel of alignment between Saturn and Jupiter. As Saturn and Jupiter move into place, and this all comes into fruition, as I said, on December the 20th, which is the winter solstice. Right. So what's going to happen? Why is this called the Great Conjunction? What's going to happen is Jupiter and Saturn will be closest. They will be only 0.1 degrees apart, right? 0 degree, literally 0 degrees apart. These two are going to come into alignment on the day of the solstice, on December the 21st, 2020. And our astronomers are using the word conjunction to describe this meeting of the planets and other objects in the sky. And so this term, the Great Conjunction, is because these huge the largest two planets in our solar system, Jupiter and Saturn, are going to meet, and this is all going to happen on on December the 21st, 2020. We're going to have a big celebration that day, so I hope you guys will come and be a part of it. Right now, this Great Conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn is already underway. It's highly conspicuous in the west. Right, we'll see it at sunset each evening. And so this is going to be monumental, and it's an era changing year, because not only, right, this happens every 20 years. And so not only are we going to be, are the planets going to be moving in a radical new alignment, right? We're also going into a new era, because this happens every 200 years. It's a 200-year cycle, right? It's we're going to literally see this in the night sky. And so it's a 200-year cycle. And so here's what's happening, right? I wanted to get to these these different cycles. Let me see if I can go back to where I have my cycles. If not, we'll here it is. Okay, so we've already come through, in our time history of documenting things, right? We've had the Dark Ages, right? We've had the Middle Ages. We've had the Renaissance period. We've had the Age of Enlightenment. And so now we're going into this new era, which is the era, this new era, or this new age, right? They're calling it the era, AIRA, because Aquarius is an air sign, right? So they're calling it an era because we're moving out of Pisces, right? into Aquarius, and it's a very auspicious occasion. It's really amazing that this is happening, and that we're here and able to witness this. All right, so the last time this happened was in the 2000s, right? And when that happened, the dot-com bubble burst. And so whenever there are these alignments and these shifts, huge major changes happen, right? I mentioned this before, 2,000 years ago when this happened, Jesus was born, the Christ was born, right? And so this is why I call it the age of the magi. I have these magi. This is my favorite one. I've been saying I was going to paint all of them. I just hadn't got a chance because she paints everything. But yeah, it's the age of the magi, right? Because we're coming to this place, right, where the magi, the astronomers, are coming back into alignment, where they're coming back, where astronomy, the arts, music, all of these things are going to be on the forefront, right? Intelligence, intellectual energy, and new creations, all of these things, science, all of these things are going to be respected once again. And if you've noticed in this past season, there's been a lot that's been very negative when it comes to science and the arts, right? And so we're going to have this renaissance, if you will, this new alignment of ancient wisdom from spirituality and all of these amazing things that are going to happen. And so as the sky, so above, right? So above, so below. So as the sky is transitioning, we are going to be transitioning, right? We are going to be experiencing resets in our own spirits. We're going to be experiencing resets in our own minds. And so the planets above spell that we're in the midst of a huge shift or turning point in human history, as these old power structures are decaying and these dinosaurs are dying not willingly, and they are having their last sort of gasps, if you will. They're having their last fit, right, of trying to control us, trying to control our movements. And that's why you're seeing the mass one, right? And so we're seeing so above, so below, the planets moving and shifting as they want to, that this is rich soil for us now to create our worlds and to create the life that we desire. And so all of this is accentuating transition and moving, right? These things are very mythological, and because these planets are moving and shifting in ways that they haven't done in over 20 years, but it's giving us the opportunity to shift, right? And to create our lives in ways that we haven't done before. So if you're, happen to be my age, I'm 50 plus one. So if you're my age, you've seen a lot of things shift. You've seen a lot of things in a decade. You've seen a lot of things move and shift. If you're 40, 30, you've seen a lot of things happen over the years. And if you're in your 20s, you've seen things shift. We've seen, the advent of cell phones, smartphones. We've seen television, smart TVs, the internet. We've seen so many different things, right? Even autonomous cars that are able to drive themselves. You're going to see even more of that. Think of it at like the, air sign. Think of it like the Jetsons. You're going to see more and more and more amazing technological advances. And this is going to have a lot of impact on societal restructuring, It's not going to happen overnight, right? But we're going to see as the planets play out and realign and shift and we come into a new era, you're going to see people change the way that they live and the way that they work, right? And we're literally going to be recreating our own story, right? In real time. We're literally going to be creating our own lives and creating our worlds as we want to do so. This is the ability that we have. And we're seeing these shifts. People are even shifting, right? From one continent to the other. You're seeing people shift, leaving America, not just Africans or people of African descent, right? You haven't seen this since 200 years ago. So 200 years ago, the 1800s. You think of this social and societal upheaval that was going on. This shift from slavery and an agrarian culture where cotton was king. And so in the 1800s, then, right, there was this shift out of that into people, the Civil War and all of those kinds of things, which broke barriers and was able to free a whole people, right? So it's in that time, 1865, when we, as a people, African Americans or people of African descent in this country, gained our freedom. So this is that same shift that is happening now. That same energy that can completely transform worlds up in the way a society functions right now in the world. It can completely turn things upside down. No one ever thought in the 1800s, 1600s, they could have never thought, right, from 1600 to 1800, right, that slavery would have ever ended, that Black people, that people from Africa would have ever been free. But they are. You see what I'm saying? That was what happened. We are free. And so now we're in this system, right? We're in this kind of dogma age where we are driven by certain things. We're told sort of how we're going to work. We're going to work for umpteen years, our whole lives. And then we're going to die when we're old, never having enjoyed life or lived, work 60, 70, 80 hours a week. Some of us, we work in these offices. We are doing, all of these things that we don't want to do for money. We are so caught up into buying and into this system, this capitalistic machine, consumerism. We're told what to buy. We're told what's beautiful. Look, y'all, I made these earrings. You see what I'm saying? We are, I made these, right? I didn't go buy them. I made these earrings. And so we're told how we should, wear our hair, how we should live. And so you've been seeing this shift has slowly been happening, and Saturn and Jupiter have slowly been coming into alignment. You've been seeing women, for example, African-American women embracing their natural hair, right? Being on a natural hair journey. You've been seeing African Americans move, right, from America and to other countries. You've been seeing people of all nationalities move, leave America, leave the West, and go to other countries to live. You're seeing these shifts in movement. You're seeing the shifts in movement in terms of the way we work because of the mass one. And because of other shifts, the technological advances like the computer and smartphones, people are working from home like never before. People are having the options to work from home and to be, this digital revolution is upon us because people are now becoming digital nomads, and the whole thing of having your computer and being able to work from the beach or work from anywhere that you want to. This, we're having these shifts, right? that in the way we worship, right? We're coming back. Many of us are coming back to sort of an ancestral, African or more spiritual way that we worship, a way that we think, a way that we believe, a way that we see ourselves also in the cosmology of it all, right? We are returning to more of an African cosmology, traditional cosmology that sees the world in terms of oneness, that sees the world in terms of alignment. And so all of this is happening, right? Unfolding in real time, because so above, so below. What we're seeing happening in the planets, we are now seeing these same shifts in our worlds. It's beautiful, right? It's beautiful. Yes, absolutely beautiful. It's wonderful. And with those who have ears, let them hear, right? It's beautiful. It's wonderful and amazing. Beautiful things are happening. We are even experiencing this amazing opportunity for self-healing and for self-growth. There's so many beautiful, amazing things that are happening. And so it's really important that we know, as a melanated people, we know what's going on, and we know how these things are impacting us, and we know that this shift is happening now. Because you, Donnie says, I'm with you. Thank you. I appreciate you. See, because, right, we have been feeling this already. We're already shifting, right? We're already spiritually aware of what's going on, because we're already here, right? We're already shifting. And I mentioned some of the things that we're doing. We're shifting. We're shifting the way we wear our hair as women, right? As African American women and men. We're shifting the way we think. We're shifting already. We were already a part of shift, right? We're already a part of the shift. So we're shifting in terms of what we're going to take. We're already holding the signs and the banners that we're not going to take things from the old age anymore. And so all of those things from the old age are now coming into the light, because they cannot hide as these planetary shifts are happening, right? It's exposing the darkness. It's exposing, right? And I hate to use that word darkness, but it's exposing evil, right? It's exposing all of those things. When you see, as Paula White's calling on the African angels, it's exposing, right, where their true power has lied. Y'all hear me? It's exposing all of those things as these shifts are happening, as these planets are moving, so above, so below. And it shall always be, right? It shall always be. We are the ones, it's our generation that says no more police violence. No more. No more. No more George Floyd's. No more. No more Breonna Taylor's. No more. There shall be an end, and it shall be now. It's us, our generation, that has just elected the first woman vice president. You're already seeing this shift in the age of wisdom, Aquarius alignment. Whether we, whatever political party you are, it doesn't matter. That's not what's important. But what's important is that we're seeing these amazing different things happen that have never happened before. And it's because the earth is a mirror, right, of the heavens. The earth is a mirror of the heavens. I want you to catch that the earth is a mirror of the heavens. And so literally, it's in this season that you can literally pull down everything that you desire, everything that you need, everything that you'd like to manifest in the season. You can literally pull it down to you here in this time and in this season. It's a beautiful, amazing time and a beautiful, amazing shift, because so many amazing things are happening, and it's all happening in Aquarius. I'm sorry, it's all happening in Aquarius, but this is also happening in Sagittarius, right? It's happening in Sagittarius. If you know, you understand Sagittarius, right? The archer with the bow. And for those of us who are Sagittarius, you understand mythologically that it is in Sagittarius that of all of the, in astrology, of all of the signs, we are the visionaries. We are the ones that look towards the heavens for answers about what's going on in this world. We tend to be very spiritual, very sort of in the air with our thoughts, and, often need the grounding. I've been talking about grounding. I need grounding. I also married an earth sign. I married a Virgo. And usually they will tell you Virgos and Sagittarius don't get along, but when they do get along, it's magical. And that is because I needed the grounding. I needed the grounding of a Virgo, right? Because I tend to stay in the clouds with my thoughts, with my spirit, with what I'm feeling, because I want to know what spiritually is happening so that I can communicate that back into my world, into this realm. And so it's very auspicious, right? That all of the changes that happen in the new, in the new eras, and coming towards the end of a new, going end of a year, going into a new year, coming out of the end of an age into a new age. All of this is happening in Sagittarius. And so this is why I talked about the beauty of what was happening on December the 7th and December the 14th. So it's really an auspicious time. And how many of you had even thought of the age of Aquarius, or who had even been listening, or really aware of what's going on? It's a beautiful thing that's happening. More, we're going to see more beautiful things happen over the next couple of days. But I'd like to know just if you all are kind of watching and paying attention, or if this is the first time that you've even heard of the Great Conjunction. Let me know. Yes, the natural is a reflection of the spiritual. Absolutely. And the more we understand how we are divinely connected, right? How the earth is divinely connected. Sometimes we get so grounded in the earth and so attuned to what's going on and happening right before us, that we forget about the heavens and how the heavens have an impact on us. And one way to see exactly how the heavens have an impact on us is through nature, right? Because we know that it's because of the sun and the reflection of the sun that it's during that time that we are able to plant seeds and have a harvest. And when things grow, right? We understand that. And so at night is a time, right? Like the winter, the night is a time when we rest, when we sleep, when the body cells are rejuvenated. And so you need both, right? This is why you need the moon and you need the sun. See, the ancient ones, our ancestors, understood that. And they didn't hate the night. They didn't hate the darkness, right? Because they understood that it was natural, right? It was a natural reflection. It was natural of what was happening and what needed to occur for our good, right? And so that is how we are returning now to see this again. And many of us have, many of us, how y'all are enlightened people out there. Many of y'all have been seeing this from the beginning of, since y'all were born. You just are now having that freedom to be who you are, right? And so blind guy, his wife, their life, says hello, says, speaking of the beauty of what's happening, you're looking beautiful tonight. Thank you, girl. Queen behavior. Look, I'm just telling y'all. Queen behavior, y'all know. Look, it's birthday. It's my birthday. And those of you who were there for the birthday party, y'all already know it's my birthday. Woo! Yes. And so thank you, thank you so much. I say thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. All right. You know how we queens do. You know what we do. We bring it. Definitely have been in tune with that information, watching as the shifts unfold. Yes, watching as a shift, just watching, right? And because you're in hibernation like I am. See, because it's hard for me to look. I'm not asleep. I just need to be. I wanted to be alone. And even alone with me and hubby, just wanted to be like, or alone with the kids, you know what I mean? Like just, or alone with a good friend, just quiet, kind of to myself, like a bear, because this is a season, right? In hibernation. And so just being in tune and aligned. So I want you to be very in tune and aligned with this season of doing what feels good and what feels right to you. Right. I'm noticing, right, this feels good and right to me, just to be, having this, jewels, it just feels right. It just, and, being warm and cozy because it's cold outside. I cooked chili yesterday. We still had chili tonight. I can't wait to get me a bowl as soon as I get off with y'all, beautiful, amazing people. So it's that season, right? It's that season, and do those things that feed your spirit, because your spirit is talking to you and telling you, and helping you to be in tune and aligned, right? This is not the season because it is, Aquarius, or, because it's winter. You're not going to be outside walking around in a bathing suit. You're just not. You're going to be wearing your long sleeve clothes. I saw Donnie out there playing in the, in the snow. This is that season. This is what you're going to be doing because you're aligned and in tune with the season. It's the same way spiritually, right? You're watching the shifts unfold. You're not really aware, you're not aware with everything that's going on, right? But something is happening. Something's different. Something, there's movement, something, right? Be in tune and be in line with that, right? Y'all are so nice to each other. I love it. Love it. And so this is where we are, right? This is where we are. And so many beautiful things that are happening. It's just a truly auspicious, amazing, amazing time. I'm just excited about what's going to be happening. I'm excited about, all of the paradigm shifts that we'll see. Now, we're not going to see all of this at once. But we are going to see, right? Because you're going to have some unpredictability. And I want you all to kind of know, because it's going to take some time, right? There's going to be excitement. We're going to see continued shifts in our political arenas. You're going to see governments overturned. You're going to see the fall of Babylon. And we may not, because it's 200 years, so may or may not be around to see it all, but we're already seeing this thing cracking and these shifts already happening. But I need you to take care of your spirits and really align with the Most High and what's going on, so that you're not drained by everything that's happening, by every, good or bad thing that's happening. You're not overwhelmed. You're not strained. You're really centering and balancing your spirit. And for the partners, please go check out that video, because I shared it with you all, some of the things, to do to balance your spirits. And I'll be bringing that information tomorrow to everyone, but I wanted to make sure that the partners had that information first. And so it's just it's a beautiful, beautiful, amazing time that's going to impact all of us. It's going to impact all of us in really amazing and beautiful ways. And we really just have this opportunity to take this time and to take this time and to use it as a time of to really understand what's happening with us, right? And to know what's happening, understand what's happening in the world. And so I'm sensing that a lot of you all, you know, as you're going into this hibernation system, hibernation season, want you guys to, you know, really get a journal and start writing down, because you're gonna, you know, we who are spiritual are gonna really start to get some really amazing downloads and shifts within our spirit about the days that are to come and how we can protect our family, right? Because we're entering this 200-year cycle, right? That's called the age of Aquarius, and it's denoted by these, right, these shifts, this great conjunction of Jupiter and Saturn, and it's going to take us through the next 200 years. And so we haven't seen anything like this that's happened since you know, 20 years ago, the 2000s, but we haven't seen anything like this that's happened. That's going to be this major and shifting of eras since the last 200 years, which was in the 1800s when slavery was overturned around the globe, right? You hear me? And so now we're seeing these notes of oppression that are still happening in Africa. So we're going to continue to see this overturning of this old guard of these systems of colonialism finally coming to an end. We're going to see a fall of these old systems of the West. We're going to see Babylon fall. Now, we may not see it because, like I said, it's going to take some time, but it is occurring. We're already seeing, you know, this great migration, the great African migration of us moving, people returning to the West. We're moving through the door, a return to Africa. And so it's a very auspicious time, right? It's very auspicious, and it is happening. It is happening now. I'm still learning about how the universal shifts will affect us. Is there a place to start seeding knowledge for all this information? No. Unfortunately, it's everywhere, and I'm trying to bring, you know, hopefully here is going to be a, you know, one of those places that we can all, you know, come, because I'm doing a lot of research in astrology, and it takes a long time. I've been studying astrology for a long time to be able to kind of get an idea. And so there's not all one place. One place that I would look though is the farm. The first place I would begin is the Farmer's Almanac. I would begin there, and I would begin to learn, just know when there is a new moon, when there's a full moon, just know those things. So you can do your rituals, so you can do your prayers, you can set your intentions. The other place to start, the really real place to start, and this is just the truth of it all, is within, because this is the season. So above, so below. You're going to need to go within. One of the things, if you guys were watching me, I have been doing on my channel, and it's crazy, I know. I have been doing grounding work on my channel. So I've been talking about going out and getting grounded, walking barefoot on the feet, with, you know, on the grass with your feet. How many of y'all know? Y'all watch the videos. I had no idea. I had no idea that this energy was coming. At the time when I was talking about grounding, I wasn't even thinking about the age of Aquarius. I wasn't even, I mean, it really just wasn't. I had heard of it years ago and done a lot of research years ago, but it just wasn't. I was so caught up in the mask and what was going on and keeping my kids safe and keeping hubby safe and keeping myself safe that I was just distracted. I wasn't even thinking about, you know, what was going on with the age of Aquarius, but I was listening to Spirit, and Spirit was saying, drink more water, get grounded, right? And if you get grounded, I was just going within, meditating and going within. So the first place to start seeking is within your own self. Trust yourself, your own internal wisdom and guidance system in the season, because this is the season that we're in. We're really in a season that's all about you. Okay. It's all about you. And that's all about you hearing from within. This season, the age of Aquarius, and that's one of the reasons that the powers that be are not going to like this season in this new age, is because it's really all about you being guided by you. You trusting your own internal wisdom. I call it follow the guru within, right? You understanding that you are connected to the divine. This is what this whole season is about. And that's really what is going to be the problem for a lot of people who want to control. I wrote a whole article. I posted on the community tab about control. Control we're already seeing, because there will be a rise in the divine feminine in this time and in this season. So you're already seeing, right? There the articles about Dr. Jill Biden not using her PhD and her doctorate, the title. You're already hearing, this stuff that's being circulated and talked about. And so what we're going to really need to do is hear from within. This is not going to be a season where we're guided by a formal sort of religion like we were before in times past. That season is dying. Now, we're not going to see it all happen all at once, but you're already seeing the seeds of people moving away from traditional religion, and you're going to see much, much more of that. So this is the time to go within. And when you watch that partner video, you're going to see, I kind of answer a little bit about that as well, about going within and how we do that. I give some real good tips on how to do that. Yeah, the Beaver Moon was 3 weeks ago, a time of storing and a time of creating plans. Absolutely. The Beaver Moon. It's one of the most beautiful moons. And, just gazing at the stars, knowing your moons, understanding the moons, and understanding the season and the time that you're in. This is what we are to do, right? Along with going within, understand, like our ancestors knew. They knew the moons. They understood, right? Because they needed that information. Like I said at the beginning, they needed this information to be able to sow plants and to sow good seeds. And so we've lost that information because we're not necessarily in an agrarian culture anymore. We're not planting. We're not in an agricultural kind of culture the way we were before. But it's still a time to return to that wisdom and knowledge, because it doesn't just govern agriculture. It governs lots of things. It governs, women's menstrual cycles, for example, right? It governs a lot of things. And so we're going to learn, so above, so below, we're going to learn more and more as we go back into the internal wisdom that other people have been using this wisdom and calling it other things. And we're going they use the wisdom. They're using the guidance. NASA knows all of these things. In fact, you go to NASA to get this information about the moon. Just go on the NASA's website. They know everything about the moons. They tell you and will forecast the moons. They even name them, right? Because it's based on this ancient wisdom from Africa, from Egypt. It's based on the ancient wisdom that we had and our ancestors had when they came. We're the new ancestors, right? But they're basing it on the wisdom that we had, our ancestors had when they came here. So go back within. That's what I mean. Just go back within. What kind of practice ritual can I implement during my winter solstice moment 2021? Been researching few indigenous people's practice. Wonder if you have any. I do. And I'm going to talk about that because we're going to do rituals on December the 21st. We're going to do one under the new moon and under the solstice. And so for me, just to quickly answer that, but we're going to have a whole ritual video on that. But what I do are my practices are libations. You all know that. Y'all know I pour out the water for the ancestors. I always keep a bottle of water around. I have an ancestral altar. So for me, spending time with the ancestors. I keep it in mind in a box. I don't have it in here because it's in there, but I keep it in a beautiful box. And so I do that. I also work with crystals, right? And so I work with different crystals. Just even if you just have one clear quartz, it's fine. Working with it on a pendulum or string, especially if you have pain in your body or you're experiencing some type of issue or problem, it's just good. Headaches, pains, earaches, whatever. It's just good to have that around. So drinking plenty of water, lighting candles are other, are another ritual. Setting out food for the ancestors during this time because you're inviting their wisdom, inviting their knowledge. So those are just a few, but we're going to go in depth because I want you all to get ready because we're definitely going to come together on the 21st, on this auspicious occasion and welcome it, right? Yeah, singing bowl. I have singing bowls are good, but also, and it's not. There you go. Doing sound, doing your sound work is good. I want to have the larger ones. I want to sit it back, y'all. I want to have the get some larger singing bowls because I love that one, but I want to have some larger ones as well. Yes, get grounded. My dad taught me that to hug the trees, expose your feet, y'all. Best grounding. Salt water neutralizes the energy. You can also, even if you don't have a bathtub in your house, you can do salt water. And you can put salt water in a bowl, yes, but you can also just sprinkle salt in your shower, and it really works well as well. So yes, love the singing bowls. Good idea, singing bowl. Yeah. Hey Shayla, hey Dada, it's so good to see you. So good to see you. Glad to see you, sis. Glad you are well. Glad you are well. Sending love to you because, of course, Shayla's grandmother passed away. And so she has grand rising, right? Awaken with the ancestors. And we are just grateful because we all have another beautiful, amazing, good, positive angel and ancestor that is with us and that is with Shayla and surrounding her. And so we are grounded in this energy and love is in this season. It's a beautiful time. Donnie says, I started grounding this summer for the first time since I was a little kid. Didn't realize the importance until recently. Awesome. Beautiful. Yes. Getting those toes out, getting grounded because we're in this 5G energy. We're in this electrical grid. We are electrical beings. The electricity is having an impact on us. You have to ground the electrical wires. I talk about that all in the video, in the couple of videos that I did. And so it's just important to reconnect your energy back to the Most High in this season. This is very important. Nah, I'm good. Shayla says, Donnie, you feel a lot better, more centered, right? It'll be working on chakra work now, particularly my Manipura chakra, since I am guided and attuned by it. And so knowing too your rising sign, all knowing those things and knowing what chakras that you're guided by, you can look up the chakra that you're guided by based on your sign. So if you're Sagittarius, look up the sign, look up the chakra that guides you, right? And so you can definitely look up that sign to know what know what energy or know what you chakra guides you. But I've been working a lot on the heart chakra for me because of a lot of things that happened in my childhood and in my past as a kid. And so I know that that's just an area that I need to work on. I work on also the sacral chakra. I work on that chakra as well. And so it's just important to work on those chakras. And my third eye, I work on that knowledge and wisdom. So it helps me to ground and to be centered. And so that's very important. Yes, grounding helps a lot. It does, and helps with healing. When you mentioned crystals last week, I obtained hematite. Oh, beautiful. White quartz, rose quartz for healing. And I'm looking for more chakras and focusing there. Absolutely. So there are seven chakras. And so going through that balancing with the seven chakras is extremely important. Balancing those seven chakras in the season is going to be very important to helping you get through that energy, because people are experiencing different levels, right? Of, during this energy, from dizziness, they're all the whole gamut. A friend of mine passed away on my birthday, actually, right before and I tell the story to the partners, but right before we came on live, one of my friends from high school passed away of the masked one. And so people are experiencing, all of these different levels as these planets are shifting, from nausea, from all kinds of things. I'm seeing it more and more. People talking to me about what's going on, asking questions. And so it's just really important to balance your chakra, and to know what's really happening right with you. And yes, the Manipur chakra. Okay, so that's yellow, which is between the navel and the sternum. So the color, and it's the color yellow. So it's important to really know what the chakras are, because for example, this one is a solar plexus. And so if you have issues, for example, with nausea, or you have other areas, because I have acid reflux even, so things like that. These are you have stomach issues like constipation, that kind of stuff, right? Or diarrhea, any of that stuff. Then you work with this chakra, you work with the color yellow. So it's important as you're going through this season to really do your spiritual work, and to really start to go deep into these things that maybe we pushed away because we were in a particular religion, or things that we had really just not paid attention to, because we were we were really, really just in a different place, in a different time. And so Laveda says, I'm open to receive. She's over on Facebook. Thank you so much, Laveda. Yes, thankful for spirit. I was led to get me a new journal, chakra crystals, and yes, to meditate more and to ground. And that's what I mean. Really and truly, that in this season and in this time, it's really important for you to listen to your own spirit, because spirit will prepare you, right, for whatever is going to come our way. Spirit will prepare you ahead of time if you begin listening and having this discernment. And so discernment and wisdom is really going to be important in this season. Laveda says one thing you can do is to boil rosemary and put in your bath salts also. Right. Rosemary is good. And then for those of you, yeah, rosemary is good, because I have rosemary. I do dried rosemary. If you all, the partner videos, I grew rosemary, and we do sage. I also have rosemary. So I don't know if I did a video on sage, but I did a video on how to dry it. Milton dried it in the oven, sorry. So that's also important. So you can put it in your bath. You can put it in your shower. If you make soaps, you can put rosemary, do rosemary soaps. And this season too, I'm also recommending your natural soaps like coconut oil, coconut kind of soap, shea butter, those kind of natural things, black soap, those kind of natural things, because you don't want to be distracted, right? Grounding, earthing, very good. Levada is saying grounding, earthing, those are also extremely important. And so I'm grateful to everyone who's watching us on Facebook and who are, here with us on YouTube. This is just, a beautiful time and a gathering of the spirits as we come together, because we have to share those wisdom and knowledge, and we have to take care of each other and take care of ourselves, and know that we are here for each other, and that we have the wisdom, and we have the wisdom and the information that we need in this season to survive, but also to thrive. And so I'm just so grateful for everyone, Levada and everyone over on Facebook. I'm just so grateful for you. And I really appreciate you sharing this time with me today. All right, so let's see. Make sure. Yes, the larger single bowl. Yeah, I want the larger singing bowls. When you mentioned crystals, okay, so I got that one. It's crazy how the 7 chakras are the 7 prism colors of the sun. So to know what you're ruled by helps you have a better understanding and make better decisions. Absolutely. It does. It helps you if you know what you're governed by, what you're ruled by. It helps you if you have done your charting. It sort of really does help. Because, and then, I know I'm Sagittarius, so I know I'm a visionary. I know that this time of year is hibernation season for me, like a bear. I know. Look, I already know. And so, I don't feel crazy, right? Because sometimes you're looking and you're seeing what other people are doing, and you're somehow thinking, oh, you should be doing the same things. But what you have going on and what's right for you is going to be so much different from what is right for someone else. Guys, if you haven't given me a thumbs up, please go ahead and give me a thumbs up and a like. I would appreciate it so much. It really does help me out with the algorithm. So I would appreciate so much you guys go ahead and give me a thumbs up. But yeah, we're going to talk more, because this is a lot to try to put into one video. It's a lot to be, to put into one video, and we just started to crack the surface of working through this energy and how to even deal with this energy. So we'll be back for more to talk about the grand conjunction, how to deal with our energy. We're going to talk about that, and then some other things that really impact us as melanated people, and how we are a part of this great conjunction. We are actually the ones ushering this in and bringing this in, because we are already on the move. Shayla just got back from Tanzania, right? From Tanzania, she just got back, she just returned. And so many of us are planning to go forward, right? And so there's just going to be so many amazing things that are happening that we're already seeing, and we're just going to be seeing even more. Milton says, thanks for sharing. Milton, I hope you got my bowl of chili ready, because she is hungry. And Milton's been with me. I just thank him. I thank Milton so much, because I have been studying like a nut and talking to him about everything, about should I share this even, and trying to do all the research and trying to figure everything out. And he's been with me. I've been able to talk to him and kind of go through some of these things about what I was thinking, what I was sensing from spirit. And I just appreciate his energy. And I've been off YouTube for the last couple of days because I've been in hibernation season, trying to come out of that spiritually, because I knew I needed to share with you all, and just asking Spirit to release me. Can I talk to people? Can I talk to the people? I hear you, Spirit, talking to me, but can I talk to the people? And so today, Spirit said, yes, my dear, you may. And so thank you to the goddess and to the ancestors for their wisdom. I honor you. I honor you, and I honor the gift in Milton that you have given me, and I bless you. Jatan says, I have been told that this season is just natural for hibernation. It is. It is us to resist the natural order of things. It's a natural slowdown. It is. It's us who resist, right? Because we're going to go, and because we have been so trained, right? This is another natural thing, that an order of things that is dying. We have been so trained to be consumers. I was just talking about this. We've been trained to be consumers. We've been trained to go out and to buy, purchase during this season. Right? The Christmas tree. You got to get this Christmas tree. You got to get the decorations. You got to decorate the church. You got to go decorate the hall. You got to go sing. You got to frolic. And you got to do all these things. We're caught up in this pagan ritual that really has nothing to do with us. Right? We've been so caught up, right, in this consumer system that does not want to die. And even though we're trying to be controlled by this plan, right? We've been trying to be controlled by the masked one. We've been trying to be controlled by all of these external things that are going on. They don't know that they've just played right back into the divine's plan, the divine's original plan, which is for us to hibernate during this time, for us to come out of these social gatherings and to begin to sit and to concentrate on the sky, to concentrate on the divine, to concentrate on the world that we want to create, to concentrate on ourselves, to concentrate on our families and the people that we love. They don't know. They think that they're doing something, but in reality and actuality, it's all the divine's plan and circle to bring you back to one. Right? To bring you back to yourself, to bring you back in alignment with self and source. And that is what the age of Aquarius really is all about, is this wisdom from within, to be guided by a higher power, the divine, which means we're coming out of religion. We're coming out of the matrix. We're coming out of this domination and control, where ads tell us what we should be doing. Ads tell us we should be having holiday parties. All of the marketing and PR. Target tells us what our dinner table should look like. Walmart tells us, and Kroger, what we should be eating. And now we are relying on spirit that says, oh, no, I want you to eat more fruits and vegetables. Like tonight, I'm having rice and hubby cooked, or we're having chili. I'm going to eat a bowl of chili. We're going to do that. Right. But I also cooked a little rice, and I'm going to have some vegetables that hubby steamed some veggies, because as part of my hibernation ritual, I am eating more fruits and vegetables. Now, when I say a bowl, I'm not talking about a big bowl. I'm just going to have a small bowl, and then I'm going to make sure that I get my veggies in. Okay. Although I'm eating beans, but that's carbohydrates. So I'm going to get my veggies in. So listen to your body. You get up in the morning, your body's telling you, I need you to eat fruits and I need you to eat vegetable. In the morning, if your body, you wake up and your body says, I need you to eat squash this morning. I need you to do that. Yellow, right? Understand, right? Go back to one. This is what this season is, right? Go back to yellow, because it's telling you, oh, I need you to balance your solar plexus. I need you to balance your Manipur chakra. I've been doing that. So I've been eating a lot of bananas, bananas, yellow, right? Balancing my solar plexus because I need healing in that area. You're, like I said, if you're constipated, you're having you're having nauseous or all those things. All those things lie in the solar plexus. The Most High, the ancestors knew this. This is why they would this time of year start giving you all that working medicine. They give you the 666 and the cod liver oil. Who was talking about? The blind guy and his wife. Quita was talking about that just the other day, right? All those old remedies, all those old things, right? And so we have to get back to the natural order of things, listening to our bodies. Like, it sounds really, really odd when we say it. No, because it's the most, it's our ancestors. What would they tell you to do? Follow your what? First mind. Follow your first mind. So it's coming back. It's coming back to one. Absolutely, Jachan. Absolutely. That's good information. I hadn't noticed the significance of the chakra colors being in the prisms of the sun either, right? Right. Beautiful. Absolutely. Yes, we've been so trained. We have been so trained. We've been so controlled that it's time. The age of Aquarius is going to help us break out of that system, right? We're in an age, going into an age, moving into a time and an era that is even more powerful, or just as powerful as what happened in the 1800s when 1865, when when enslaved people were freed. And so this is how amazing 200 years ago, this is how amazing this time is. The alignments are very much similar to what happened during the Civil War. This is why, if you listen to the Proud Boys, if you listen to that other, them other folks over there with them K's, if you listen to them, then what they were saying was that they believed that they would be able to re-enslave people again. Because they don't know and don't understand. So above, so below. So they were all off the charts on their numbers and on what they thought they could do. Yes, they want to. You may want to, but please don't misunderstand the energy and season of the time, because you are enlightened ones. We're back to what happened 200 years ago when freedom came, right? All throughout the South, all throughout all of the different places, the plantations, when it came that we were free. And you're gonna have you're having that same energy that's happening now. So whatever little bit of left of the control in terms of the Industrial Revolution that kept us locked into these systems and jobs, this is why people are craving freedom. This is why people are doing this digital revolution, becoming digital nomads. They don't want this. They don't want this anymore. People are leaving their homes, full homes. I was just listening to a lady that left and moved to Tanzania, left everything. You hear me? Left everything, left a whole house full, and left and went to Tanzania to live, because this is the season of freedom. People are craving freedom. They're craving, being free and not being tied into this industrialized, commercialized system where you work your whole life long. You've been trained in school, right? You've been trained as an early adulthood, trained in college. You've been trained and trained and trained to think a certain way, to live a certain way. Have 2 kids and a half. To have 2 kids, a dog, and a white picket fence. And people are now living in their cars. They're now living in deciding to go get an SUV and live in the SUV, or they're I'm not saying we're going to those extremes, but I'm saying we've been ushering in this time, age of Aquarius, age of freedom, a difference in concepts of how we think, how we believe, how we even live, more communal in our living, more harmonious, to think of other people and to put other people's needs even above our own, and to come together and work together. This is going to be a season you're going to see a reignition, not just because of Biden, but a reignition of healthcare. You're going to see more things happening as this system of Babylon begins to fall, as this system of oppression begins to fall. We're moving, right? We're moving into a new age, moving into a new system, moving into a new season where we are alive and we are free. No one can tell us how to wear our hair. No one can tell us what clothes to wear. No one can tell us. You used to be, you had to wear certain earrings. Everybody was wearing the same things, doing the same things, dressing the same way. No, all that is done. Live how you want to and be free, as long as you're living positive and peace and love and light, all those things, right? Principles of my eye. But there is a freedom from this system, and we're going to have that chaos. Just know you're going to have chaos shall ensue. You're going to have those pieces of chaos that are going to continue to spring up, because the old guard, the old system, the house of Capricorn, right? This old earth system is not going to want this to happen. This is why you're seeing so above, so below. This is why you're seeing in the earth someone like a Trump who does not want to leave the office, who has decided that they are not going to go. They're going to fight, and they're going to fight, right? This is why you're seeing the Proud Boys and the Caves and so many other things that are cropping up in this system, because the old guard does not want to die. But it shall die. It must go. It will move. So above, so below. So this is why I was having all of those positive messages go out, talking about, right, being positive, talking about commanding your world, about crafting your world, creating your world, manifesting. I didn't even know. I'm telling you, I was just listening to Spirit tell me what to do and what to say. It's really a season of what the Christ said when he said, I only do what I see the Father doing. Well, where do you see the Father doing anything? You see it in the heavens. I promise he was an astrologer, y'all. Because how do you see it? You see, as you see it above, you see it below. You see it in the heavens, the way the heavens move. This is why I say this is the season of the magi, right? It's a return of the magi. It's a return to astronomy and astrology and looking to the heavens for answers about what's happening now in our realm, in our world. It is an age of Aquarius. We're going into an age of the air, right? We're going into an age, even in our last season, if you know, it was a season of I can't breathe. People, I can't breathe, right? But we're going into a season of the air where you shall be able to breathe and breathe again, right? This is a beautiful season, right? That we're going to a season of high vibrations. Thank you, Levada. Absolutely, over on Facebook. And we're going in a season of remembering to remember, right? Levada says, I bought bananas last night working on the solar plexus. Thank you, Spirit, for guiding me. This is that season, right, where you're guided by Spirit. Guided. We're looking at over a blind guy, his wife, and their life. You're really guided by Spirit. And how to heal Corey and bring healing, a calling out to the community. We as a community coming together to heal each other and to stand with each other for whatever happens, right, in our world, right? This is that season as our family members, many of them have, and friends have transitioned, right, in this season. So we are standing with each other, loving each other as our children are growing, and we're coming together as a community, as one. This is that season coming back to a more communal type life, right? I was even guided, Levada says, to see what my name means. Levada means purity and wisdom. I would have never known, right? And there are going to be things that you are not going to know. This is no longer the season to go necessarily to a book or to someone else. This is the season right? To really get grounded in your spirit and to be guided by the ancestors and to be guided from within and to come together as a community of prophets, right? We're all, when you guys are talking in the comments, you're prophesying and talking to me and giving me, Shayla's giving hints and tips along with Donnie and Laveda and Laquita and Corey, right? Everyone here, and Jatan, full of wisdom, Milton, all of us, and those of you who are listening with us and who are sending your energy and your love, we're all as acting as prophets, right, in this season and time together where we prophesy to each other. This is that season, strong, right? Build strong, iron sharpens iron. This is a season where we come together as a community, as one, right? Shayla says, yes, I agree. So much trauma, a resetting and a connection of sorts. Tanzania is very peaceful. I think it's time for us to have it, right? We get no justice here, therefore no peace. We are realigning. We are shifting. We are in the middle of a great shift. It's our people. The magazines didn't understand it, couldn't understand. News channels were doing stories on it about people who are moving to Uganda and Tanzania. They couldn't understand it. And we were all, our people were already moving. Our people were already shifting. They were already sensing the energy that is aligning, right? Already having us, didn't even know that we were moving already in accordance with the Most High, with the divine, because we are a spiritual people. I'm telling you that that is just a symbol. As we were moving and making plans to move, it was already a symbol of what was happening. So above, so below. It was already the movement that was already shifting and occurring with Saturn and Jupiter realigning and this great conjunction, right? And so us, we who have been, right, taken and stripped away from our homeland, right? Stripped away from our culture, stripped away from our heritage, from our language, and who we are. What are we doing? Like Saturn and Jupiter, right? African Americans, those Africans of us from the diaspora are now coming together in alignment with Africa, and we are coming closer and closer together until we are home. It starts within our mindset, and then it comes out of us and flows forward into every area of our lives. You hear me? So above, so below. This is why we're the original people. This is why we are connected to the Most High. And those traumas are being released. They're being reset. We are being reset as these empires are falling. Yes, the empires are falling in more ways than one. And yes, there will be resistance. We will see it as March 2021 marks the day where we are officially in the age of Aquarius. This will continue to happen throughout. This movement is going to continue to happen, right? It's going to continue to happen. And it's going to continue to shift and move. And so all of these things are not going to happen at once, but we are going to see on December 21st of 2020, you'll see this shift and this alignment coming together. And they're going to continue to move and conjunct and form and come together as one. And you're going to see this throughout through 2021, March of 21. It's beautiful, right? 2/15 must be your birthday, Donnie. That's when it's going to mark your grade, your age of Aquarius. I see. Grand evening. Great topics and all. Thank you for sharing. I say, I bless you. Thank you so much. I appreciate that because I had a lot of angst about it because it's a new thing. It's a new era. It's a new time. It's a new journey for all of us, and beautiful, beautiful things are going to life. 321. Yes, absolutely. They're gonna signify the new age, right? And you're gonna look to the east. Do you hear me? The magi. You're gonna look where? Okay. We're going to look to the east, right? My birthday is 126. Great minds think alike, Donnie. Absolutely. And so December 14th was my age of Aquarius for me, right? And on the solstice, you're on the winter solstice, the darkest day of the year is it, and we'll talk about that more, but the darkest day of the year, you're going to see some amazing things happen, and it's very significant. And so we'll talk more about that. Beautiful. All right. Jatan, exactly. Honey, it's my birthday. Y'all see me. I'm in our birthday glory. Look, y'all. I'm telling you. And so this is a beautiful time. It's a beautiful season, and beautiful, amazing things are happening. And so you're feeling it already in your spirit, already know. And it's just a blessed, amazing moment. I was pronounced as hey. Okay. I'm 227. Thank you for letting me know. Thank you. I appreciate that. So, all right, guys. Well, we're going to end our time together unless you guys have any more questions. I just appreciate you for coming on. I just appreciate you for coming on. Please share this broadcast with anyone who would like to know or you think might be helped or blessed by learning about the Great Conjunction, because we are coming into a new season of alignment in our knowledge, in our wisdom, and in who we are. And so, as great African beings in the world, and so we have been at the cusp, right, at the forefront of these planetary changes that have been happening, right, all around the world. And so, we will continue to do so. And we are already shifting, right? We're shifting home. Even those of us who may not leave and go to Africa, right? Many of us are already shifting spiritually and mentally, and we're already seeing this shift occurring as our people are returning through the door of return. We knocked the door of return open. We blasted that door that many thought would be forever closed. They thought they could trap us here in the West, and that ain't gonna happen. And so it is what it is. It is the age of Aquarius that breaks, that is coming forth to break us free and to bring freedom, and for us to begin to return, right? Like our ancestors, in understanding how so below, right? So above, so below, understanding how the air, how the system, how the planets govern, and how they impact us here in our world. All right. It's up to you to create your world. Aquarius brings that knowledge, but it also brings that energy, the fuel that you need to create your world the way that you want it to be. All right. Love you guys so much. Peace and blessings, peace and power to the family. Amen. Right. Jackie, peace and blessings. We'll watch the beginning. Thank you so much for the Replay Nation. I love you guys. Love you, Jackie. Love you, all of you. Hey, love you. Thank you for telling me about your name. I appreciate it. Donnie and everybody. Jatan, amazing sister. And Shayla, Milton, and Corey, and Key, thank you so much for being here. And all of you who are divine self-healing, Milton, and all of you who are watching over Levada, and all of you who are watching over on Facebook. I just appreciate you, Margaret and Yazid. Thank you so much for watching. I just appreciate all of you for your energy. It is certainly a blessing to me. I love you guys so much. And as always, divine self-healing, thank you. Yes, you are welcome. I appreciate you. All right, guys. As always, I love you. Right? You, baby, you are amazing. You are wonderful. You are blessed. You are powerful, right? You have everything within you to do everything that the Most High, the universe, the divine has purposed and chosen you to do. You are blessed and you are loved. You know why? Honey, baby, because you just are. I love you guys so much, and I'm going to see you in another video real soon. All right? Bye-bye, guys. Good night. Have a good night and have beautiful, amazing dreams. All right? Blessings. Bye-bye, guys.